What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Waterboy Podcast. Today it is episode number 94. Football season is still done. We are struggling to find ways to pass time, find things to interest us in. I can't believe I'm saying this, but yesterday I was actually looking up World Baseball Classic rosters. That goes to show how
That's when
down
you know
bad
it's
I am right
desperate.
now.
It's desperate. Well, though, according to one of the comments on our TikTok page, our baseball takes are better than anything we do with football. So, I mean, give or take. But
I don't have many memories of making any baseball clips. Not gonna lie. Maybe we did the Dodgers losing to the Padres.
we had that. We had the conspiracy
at the
theory.
time
The conspiracy theory as well.
Yeah, but that wasn't big.
No, it wasn't.
That thing has 200 views. So I mean, that thing's done. If anything, we should delete that. But no, we leave all that shit up. We let you guys tear us apart if you ever want to. We're not afraid. If you guys want to rip us apart in 5 years,
I mean, that's kind of what happens.
Clips, that's fair game. We leave that
fair
up
game.
On purpose.
Fair game.
But yeah, we've been struggling to find time. So instead of American football, I started watching soccer, Champions League today, and I'm gonna keep this soccer stuff really quick. Keep it short so we don't bore everyone. Hopefully, nobody clicked off the video. But Liverpool and Real Madrid today played in a game that reminded me a lot of my middle school soccer games, where it was just what the hell am I watching? This isn't even soccer. All the goals that are happening are just off of mistakes. Liverpool goes up 2-0 in the first 15 minutes, Everett, and then Real Madrid proceeds to score 5 straight goals and wins 5-2.
I mean, Real Madrid's a pretty good team, to be fair.
Real Madrid is inevitable. All I gotta say, it's absurd. My one question to our many devoted soccer fans out there, can someone please explain to me how Liverpool's defense became so ass, even though they have the exact same players when they won the Champions League in the Prem? I don't understand it at all. It's the same exact players. Why is their defense just so awful? Someone explain that to me. I don't know the answer to it. I'm literally.
Did somebody get hurt?
I wouldn't even consider myself. No, I mean they're all healthy. I wouldn't even consider myself a casual soccer fan. I'd consider myself below that. I literally don't know a damn thing. I'm just kind of interested in players a little bit. So I follow the Champions League, but that's about it. I don't know why Liverpool's so bad. Someone please help me out here. Someone explain this to me. Other than that, though, back to the baseball topic a little bit. Big Mookie Betts admitted that the Red Sox did steal signs in the 2018 season, the season that they won the World Series, beat the Dodgers. Mookie said the Red Sox use live TVs to relay signals and cheat like the Astros did. Now, this isn't brand new news. Okay, we've known this for a while. This came out in 2020. The reason why this just popped up is because there was an unidentified Red Sox player who claimed the Dodgers cheated in the 2018 World Series, but were specifically not punished for it by the MLB.
But I did see that.
So I actually have no idea who the players. I didn't look into who it could have been.
Frankly, I don't care either.
Yeah. But first things first, I just want to go on record saying this: the Dodgers 1,000% have the greatest spider tack in the history of the MLB. We definitely cheat when it comes to pitching. Every below average or shitty pitcher that we ever acquire just randomly post sub 3 ERAs when they join the Dodgers. So we are obviously cheating when it comes to pitching, and we have the best spider tack in the game. Okay. So I'm going to start it out with that. However, there is no way that the Dodgers cheated according to this Red Sox player and were relaying signs, stealing signs of live TVs. There's no way the Dodgers could have been doing that. Okay. And I have some numbers to back this up. Okay. So first things first, Red Sox absolutely shit on the Dodgers in the series 4-1. Okay. Wasn't even close. All right. The only game the Dodgers won was like the fucking like 17 inning walk-off home run. Like literally the only game they won. The Dodgers throughout those 5 games, Everett, batted 180 as a team.
Ooh.
Okay, even if they were stealing signs, it didn't make a difference. You guys won 4-1. Why are you complaining that why are you complaining? You guys won that World Series. Like, what?
People just always try and find a way to
all the
become
punishments
relevant,
have happened. They're all done. Like Alex Cora served his suspension. Now he's back with the Red Sox, still managing that. Like, there's no more punishments.
Also,
I
like,
don't know why this guy even brought it up.
Some people's like the Red Sox are just basically irrelevant right now. That's kind of what it is. It's literally just them trying to get into the news. Because when was the last time you heard somebody talk about the Red Sox?
In terms of big time people, never. Personally, when Devers signed his deal with the Red Sox.
Yes, but I'm saying outside of that was it. Right. That's my point.
I'm weird and I liked it. But like, no, it's been a while.
That's my point. Yeah. Like you're not talking about them like competing or anything. Like that's more what I'm saying.
No, God, no.
And also, like, if you're gonna call out a team for it
after they won their ring, they just started shitting the bed.
If you're gonna call out a team for anything, calling out, I mean, like the Astros, nobody's gonna care because like but that's kind of what the Astros are just cheaters, right? So like that, you're not going to be surprised. And calling out the Dodgers, though,
hella cute hearing all.
You're going to call out the Dodgers, who is probably the biggest.
Did you hear that?
No, what?
Oh, did you not hear that?
I hear a siren.
Oh my God, that was the loudest horn I've ever heard in my fucking life. That didn't pick up?
It did not pick up. No.
What the fuck? Okay, I'm sorry. I wish that picked up. Holy shit. It sounded like a fucking like trombone.
Can you recreate the noise?
Yeah.
Okay.
GIF that.
GIF that.
GIF
okay.
that. GIF or GIF?
GIF.
I think that'd be a great GIF. I think that'd be
GIF.
You guys can do whatever you want with it.
That's gonna go the wrong way.
That's gonna
go it's gonna go the wrong way.
Get creative.
It's gonna
you're you an opportunity here.
Motion you going like this. I mean, with like I don't know.
Whoa! What are you implicating?
What, touching your mic?
Well, I mean, hey, you're the one who brought it there. I just thought it was funny.
Okay, all right.
Oh yeah, but back to the Dodgers. No, we couldn't have stole signs. I don't know why we're bringing this up. I think it's
you really brought cute. It up.
No, I'm saying I don't know why the Red Sox.
Yeah. I got you.
I don't know why he's bringing up like, and it's also just like the most like middle school thing ever to be like, well, the Dodgers were cheating too. It's like, dude,
grow a spine.
5 years ago, bro. Like, come on. It's in the past. Like, I don't even care about the Red Sox. Like, we got murdered. That happened. Like, we weren't beating the Red Sox that year. Astros, though, that will always sting. That should have been the ring. That will always sting. But hey, that's all right though. Let's move on. Let's move on to sports currently going on in the world.
Well, I do have football. I do have football related things too, by the way. So
I have that too, but we're gonna say that too.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'm interested to see where this goes because I have zero clue. So let's hear.
So some college basketball updates. First things first, I want to give, as of right now, who I'd pick to win the national championship. As of right now, it's going to be a Big 12 team, and I'm going to go with Kansas right now. I think they could actually go back to back. I don't
think a team's ever gone back to back
ever.
I don't think a team
definitely UCLA has done it. I think UCLA
like in recent memory.
No, recently, no. That's why I'm saying I don't do that. I don't pick back-to-backs ever. I might do it this year though. I'm picking a Big 12 team no matter what. Going to start off by saying that. And I'm going to try my hardest to not have the Big 12 tournament sway my opinion, because at the end of the day, it does not matter who wins that. Like, if anything, I'd prefer you get bounced to get more rest and more practice going into, like, literally, I'd prefer you get bounced in like the semis. Not
but
not
you know,
like go to the finals.
You know, one team or two teams I know are not going to win it. Purdue and Houston. Neither of them are going to win it.
Oh, Purdue. No. Purdue, God, no.
Houston won't either.
Houston, now this may or may not be a little bit biased as a Tulane fan, but I'm gonna go with you. I am picking Big 12. Like I'm Big 12. I'm not picking anyone outside the Big 12. So Houston's dead to me. Still putting him in the Elite Eight at minimum, though.
Even though they technically are in the Big 12?
Not yet.
But
Not yet.
I mean, they're about to be.
No, I'm saying the teams in the Big 12 playing each other all year, like that's the best competition you can get right now. The Big 12.
It's a fair point. It's a fair point.
Prep for the tournament.
I just also think Houston always has a great team. They always go deep into the tournament, but like they never are. They're always one step away.
The one thing I can really remember is 2018, the year I picked Villanova to beat Michigan, and that's why I remember this so well. Michigan versus Houston. That's when Jordan Poole hit a half-court three buzzer beater to beat Houston. Oh my God, I needed that. Everett. If that didn't go in, bracket busted. What still would have? Well, who knows? Maybe nobody.
My favorite memory from any March Madness, by the way, is watching my fellow Minnesotan, my I guess technically colleague acquaintance in high school, Jalen Suggs, ruin any hopes and dreams I had of UCLA making the finals with a half-court buzzer beater. Yeah, that was not enjoyable.
I remember that year I had Gonzaga making it to the championship. I'm pretty sure I had Gonzaga winning that year.
I had UCLA.
Didn't go my way.
I had UCLA.
Drew Timmy, you're dead to me for doing your celebration down 20. Oh my God, you're the worst, dude. You're the worst. Okay, but yeah, going Big 12. Other news in college basketball. I have to bring this up. We're gonna get through this quickly, but star Alabama forward Brandon Miller.
Just real quick, discretionary. Putting a discretionary disclaimer before this part.
All right. I don't know where this is going. But...
No. Like I'm just putting like for this segment specifically, there's a user discretion is advised.
Oh, I thought you were about to then preface what I was about to say.
No. Just a disclaimer.
Yeah, but star Alabama forward Brandon Miller allegedly provided a handgun that was used in a murder case in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, last month, January. Apparently, Miller was asked to bring the gun to Miles and Michael Lynn Davis, who were both former players on Alabama, or one of them was a former player on Alabama. And either Miles or Michael Lynn Davis, I did not get this detail, I'm dumb, allegedly shot and killed a 23-year-old woman near the University of Alabama's campus, okay? Also, before I get to the Nate Oates part that everyone's waiting for, Tuscaloosa Chief Deputy District Attorney Paula Whitley, what a fucking intro by me, holy shit, told AI.com.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it. Told them, quote, there's nothing we could charge Miller with.
Just complete and utter bullshit, but all right.
Hey, she said there's nothing we could charge him with. Now, let's move forward to what the Alabama head basketball coach Nate Oates said. And keep in mind, Alabama, best basketball team they've had, I would say, in school history. They're currently the number 2 team in the country. Let's just say this might be a little different if this was, a typical Alabama team. But hey, whatever. A lot of you Bama fans have some strong opinions on this. Alabama head basketball coach Nate Oates, when asked about Miller allegedly bringing a gun to former teammate Darius Miles, he said, quote, we knew about that. Can't control everything anybody does outside of practice. Nobody knew that was going to happen. Brandon hasn't been in any type of trouble, nor is he in any type of trouble in this case. Wrong spot at the wrong time.
There's a difference.
I don't think we got to cover this that hard. I think it's pretty obvious because it's quite clear what the verdict is. But Everett, I just want to say I read an Alabama fan go out there on Twitter and say, well, how would he know that his former teammate was going to shoot somebody with the gun? He just gave him the gun. He had no idea what he was going to do with it. You sure? You really think that? Do you really think that?
Oh God.
All I'm saying though, you know what? I am here to bash Bama actually, but I am a piece of shit Ohio State fan. So let me get to the point here. This is why I'm fed up about this. All I'm saying, if this happened with Ohio State's basketball program, it would be the headline on every single news outlet out there. Breaking news: Ohio State player involved in murder. It'd be breaking news on every single headline, first. And second, the NCAA, but more importantly, like literally SEC fan, like Bama fans fucking would literally want that player assassinated on live television and would demand that NCAA death penalty the program, suspend the basketball team for a season, maybe even disband the entire athletic program. That's what would happen if Ohio State did this.
Yeah, I'm gonna have us move on from this segment. Just especially with everything that is going on. But what I will say is just condolences to the families of everybody afflicted. We are awful. It is awful. We are obviously making comparisons and jokes, but it is honestly terrible, and condolences to everybody involved.
I just think it's very interesting to see.
Yes, definitely interesting.
But anyway, though, I got one little college football / NFL thing, Everett.
Okay.
So this counts. This is a hybrid. This could be, unless you have anything college football.
I kind of do.
Okay.
But you can go ahead. No. You go. No. I got the transition. You go.
All right. Michigan defense coordinator Jesse Minter, who I'll admit I have nightmares of, is interviewing for the vacant Philadelphia Eagles defensive coordinator job. I just want to say, if he were to leave Michigan and take this job, that'd be such a big win for Ohio State. Please go, Jesse. It's only going to get worse from here, brother, in Michigan.
In the end, I just want whatever DC and OC go to the Eagles to be absolutely horrendous in every capacity of their job.
Okay, Everett, I have a question. When Aaron Rodgers leaves the Packers, Eagles is public enemy number one for you in terms of like who you hate the most and like threat?
Like the thing with the Packers, it's never been like a fiery I hate to the grave death. Like
Aaron Rodgers is just the boogeyman, right?
Aaron Rodgers the boogeyman, but the Packers like that rivalry in general, like it's always kind of been like a brother. Right? No, I just shit on the Bears because they're the Bears.
You're just mean to the Bears.
Yeah, I mean, they are the redheaded stepchild of the division.
Mean to them, man.
But I just that's why I am mean to them. But the Packers just always have. It's that kind of rivalry. Like I hate the Eagles because their fans are complete dicks. Like whenever I've interacted with them, they're dicks. They're dicks to other like. They're the NFL team fan base that tried to kill Santa Claus. Like, if that does not tell you what the issue is, like
maybe they had a good reason. We don't know.
Is there ever a reason to try and kill Santa Claus? Like, but it's just they're just everybody likes to see the Eagles lose, and that's just kind of the Packers. Packers are like the divisional rival. Like we hate them, but like. It's just kind of like the annoying, like it's kind of like in the annoying hate, yeah, you got me. Damn. Like I really don't care that much. Like when we play them, I'm going to care. I would like to see them lose, but I'd rather watch the Eagles implode. So I just think that if you're an NFC fan at all, like the Eagles just in general, I don't care what division you're a fan of. I just think that everybody except for the Eagles fans hate even sometimes the Eagles fans hate the Eagles. So you just never know.
They do when they're bad.
It depends. It depends just what time of year it is. It's terrible.
Eagles.
It's terrible. But speaking of The NFC beast, and this is a good transition. You're talking about Ohio State earlier. The Cowboys are interested in CJ Stroud.
So, uh, Everett, I need to find out what these Dallas Cowboys hits and shit with Dak are if they do move off Dak.
Yeah. So I was doing the Cowboys offseason. We'll get to that later, but the you can't really cut Dak. You could trade him. You can't really cut him. You can restructure his contract, but I don't really know how all of that works out. It probably will be an inter kind of contract trade with teams like somebody's gonna have to buy out the contract, some shit like that. So it would be interesting. But does that, if you're Dak Prescott, how do you feel if you hear headlines about your team being interested in a first round quarterback? Not only is that the case, but also you don't know if you're like your boy, like his best friend is Ezekiel Elliott. You don't know if he's going to be on the team next year. What
I was
what do
also
you do?
seeing reports, which I agree with. I mean, this is like a duh, no shit, but allegedly a ton of NFL scouts and execs believe Ezekiel Elliott's best days are behind him. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Duh.
His
Like
legs are just screwed
we
up from what
know.
I read. Yeah.
He got ran into the dirt. He's
I
dead.
also it's once that O line just kind of went to shit, like it was just really hard for him to run. Like I mean, to be fair, like it makes sense. But also the bigger thing is I was seeing written other places that Ezekiel Elliott, the only way he would get above a vet's minimum contract is if he stays with the Cowboys.
Mm.
The only way that Ezekiel Elliott would get above a vet's minimum contract is to be with the Cowboys and take a restructure.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I mean, Zeke, I mean, I'm very biased. I will never forget 85 yards through the heart of the South when Zeke daggered through the chest of Bama to beat them in the Sugar Bowl and go on to win the Natty, first ever college football playoff, by the way. He'll always have a special place in my heart, but I knew he was washed like in 2019. Like, might have been before that. Like, he's been washed for a while now. Like,
Did you
I
pick him?
love
Did
Zeke,
you take
but
him in the 5th round of any draft?
I remember Zeke's rookie year. I like got him in that fantasy league and he went off.
But you
I was
never
like, yeah, that's my
drafted
boy.
him in a 5th round of
No,
any
no, no,
league.
no. I did not. I would never draft an Ohio State player round 5. Ever.
Okay, I just need to make sure.
I know better. I know.
I just
better.
need to make. I just need to make sure.
I would never place that hex on them. Are you kidding me, Everett?
I
I'm
just needed
looking
to know.
out
I
for my
just
boys.
needed to make sure.
Oh, actually, I know what I'm doing next year, dude. I'm drafting Chiefs round 5, bro. I'm playing it smart, dude. Everett, thank you. Should I draft Trevor Lawrence and just hex him?
Not T-Law. No, not T-Law. Not T-Law. Not T-Law. You can't do that to T-Law.
Yeah, I would also never draft a quarterback round 5.
Maybe what happens if you draft a defense in round 5? Does that just hex the entire team?
I mean, we'll have to find out.
Like, fuck, you might have to try.
I mean,
might have to try
my round
this.
5 pick's awful anyway, so I don't really care who I pick.
Right. You should like maybe
like I don't care. Like if I could, I would trade that 5th pick. So I don't have a round 5 pick. Which you can't do, unfortunately, but would be shit. Like
you would pick a kicker in round 5, like it could be the best kicker like ever in NFL history, and they'd tear their ACL in like week 1.
Oh, 100%. No, preseason. Dude. Well,
preseason.
we draft like we've changed this rule because the amount of times my round 5 picks would tear their ACLs in preseason. Jerick McKinnon, God damn, that was the funniest shit of all time. He literally tore it the day after our draft, and it was like 3 weeks.
Didn't it? There was the same thing.
So funny.
I told you last year, maybe it was 2 years ago, because I think this was the year that J.K. Dobbins tore his ACL. So 2 years ago, you called me. You called me.
Claimed that he knew Gus Edwards was gonna tear his ACL the next day, and then he tore his ACL the next day. I was like, "What the fuck is going on, bro?"
I remember you called
Gus
me.
Edwards round 5. What the hell was I thinking anyway? Even if he was healthy, like what the fuck?
I told you to draft him because I told you that he was going to start, which he would have, and he was doing well even this year too. He was doing well.
Forgot that aspect. I just will never forget this a kid in my league claiming that he knew Gus Edwards was going to tear his ACL.
Is the NFL
before
scripted?
It happened. I was
is
like,
the NFL scripted?
What the fuck are you talking about? You did not predict that. Anyway, though. Yeah, round 5. I will be leaking my round 5 picks. Like we might have to do the draft like 2 weeks before just so we can get that out to the public. Do not draft X, you know.
the clip. Yeah, that might need to get out. There might need to be a whole background
Allen Robinson
story.
was my 5th round pick last year. You know,
we might need to have an individual like segment on the 5th round pick in the history with it and all that, because we've kind of explained it, but like really explain it. We really got to explain it. Also, just another thing.
Back to the CJ, the Cowboys, though. I actually, as an Ohio State truther, maybe CJ could take the Cowboys out over the top to Super Bowl. I don't think he won't. In the next like 3 years. No.
If hold on. Do you think?
No. I'm gonna be on. Like I'm saying, like I don't think CJ Stroud could do in the next 3 years. Like from what I saw at Ohio State, he had one game where he nutted up, and it was against Georgia, and I'll fucking remember that forever. However, it's like I don't know if he's gonna be Georgia CJ Stroud every game. If he is, then fuck yeah, he is the best player in this draft. However, I don't know if he's going to be Georgia CJ Stroud every game ever. Do you get what I'm saying?
I know, I get it. Do you think though that are the Cowboys concerned with Dak Prescott's health? And that's why they're looking at this?
Health, I have no idea. But how good he is, I hope they are.
But I think that because remember
he better be concerned.
He tore his ACL and I think his meniscus a year or 2 ago, right? He busted up his hand and his shoulder both years, this past year and the year before that. You're gonna need to fact check this for me.
I'm looking up Dak Prescott injuries.
So he has had a severe injury history that has led to kind of an impairment in his skills, almost like Cam Newton's kind of injury history to just like his shoulders got destroyed. I'm kind of sitting here thinking about it. Nobody's really talked about it, but the Cowboys being interested in CJ Stroud makes me think that there is a much larger thing going on surrounding the Cowboys' belief in Dak Prescott and how injured he actually is. Like it sounds like
I also want to say when it comes to a team being very good when it comes to trades, it's the fucking Cowboys. Okay,
it sounds like
the greatest trade in the history of the NFL. But go on.
It sounds like I was on the other end of that. It sounds like
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to bring that up. I actually did not know that you were on the other side. I didn't process that.
I get it. Like I said, we're the Vikings. It's fine.
That was before you were born. It's okay.
Yeah. I mean, they still got like 4 Super Bowls out of it, but yeah.
I think the boys only got 3 out of that.
Still, that's more than the Vikings. That's more than the Vikings have. And those were with the Vikings picks. So, but no, I honestly do think, and it's not being talked about as much. The Cowboys being interested in CJ Stroud makes me feel like there is a larger concern around Dak Prescott's health than is actually being talked about.
I'm also under the impression that, like, you can't trust a damn word that anyone says if it like came from the Cowboys camp. If they got leaked that the Cowboys are interested in CJ Stroud from their camp, I'm more on the side of this is a smokescreen. They're not actually interested in CJ. They're trying to fuck with someone in some type of trade or something. That's what I'm more under the impression of.
I also think
I mean, I'm just looking at this Dak situation. It'll be very tough to trade him. And also to the person you're trading it to, I mean, you're desperately trying to dump him off. So they're like, why the fuck do we want Dak if you want him?
Yeah, I do also think that the Cowboys are probably going to draft
Dak. He's not.
The Cowboys need to draft a wide receiver. So unless they're trying to trade up to get get somebody to trade up so that they can get.
I mean, CD, when is he up for? He's got to resign soon.
He's got one more year, I believe, because he's
getting re-signed.
He's the same. So he's the same year as Justin Jefferson. And for anybody who's like CD, people were saying before the year that CD Lamb is better than Justin Jefferson. Shut the fuck up.
Nuts.
Shut up.
Crazy take.
Shut up.
Justin Jefferson's firm 1. I think number 2. I will accept many different players. I don't think there's a firm 2. I would arguably say we got to go tiers for this. Tier 1's Justin Jefferson alone. Tier 2, we could do like Devontae Adams. I have a very strong opinion on Devontae Adams because I also saw him fucking put up 400 yards against us last year. But I'm a little biased there after seeing that. I would say
Devontae, Stephon, Tyreek.
Tyreek's got to be in there, tier 2.
I
like Diggs. I'd put him there too.
Yeah.
I would say that's the cut.
No Jamar Chase.
No, fuck yeah. What the fuck am I saying? Yes, Jamar Chase in there. Holy shit.
Okay,
wow,
so
that's bad on me.
So
if anything, Jamar Chase might. No. Jamar Chase hasn't separated himself from those three.
So
I do think at the end of the day, though, he'll be a better wide receiver than Devontae Adams, Tyreek, all of them. Yes, Jamar Chase will be.
Say that. No. That's a clip. You need to say all that.
Yeah, I also don't think it's controversial. I think a lot of people agree with it. So please upload this. Yeah, when it's all said and done, Jamar Chase will 100% be a better wide receiver than Devontae Adams, Tyreek, Stephon Diggs, all of them. Justin Jefferson, it's going to be tough to beat that after what Justin Jefferson's doing in his first couple years, but I will definitely say Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase will have better careers when it's said and done than Devontae Adams. Screw it. Yeah, Cooper Kupp. We're talking longevity here. Yeah, it's going to be better than him when you look at his total yards. More than Kupp, better than Kupp, better than Tyreek, better than Stephon Diggs. I don't think that's controversial also. And
I think
that then they're literally just
I do
say I'm wrong.
I do think that the debatable aspect is Jamar Chase being better currently than Stephon Diggs, Devontae Adams, and Tyreek Hill.
I take Jamar over Stephon. Tyreek is so like no one can do what Tyreek does. So that's a little different. I don't know. I would probably say Tyreek too. Like
Jalen Waddle can kind of do what Tyreek does. Not the same way, but Jalen Waddle is probably the closest player to Tyreek Hill. It just so happens they're on the same team.
Tyreek's just been doing
But out of that draft though, I would probably Justin Jefferson
over Devontae right now. I can't do that after seeing him put up 400 yards against my Chargers. I can't.
Out of that draft though, Justin Jefferson's 1, 2's probably CeeDee Lamb, 3's Jalen Waddle.
Was Waddle in that draft?
I think Waddle was in that draft.
I don't think Waddle was in that. No,
I think
no.
It wasn't Smitty. Which draft was that? 2021.
Smitty wasn't in it. So
are they both in the same draft?
Yes, Waddle and Smitty are the same draft.
Okay, let me look here.
Smitty, so
Devonta Smith
went 10 to the Eagles, right?
Yeah, that's the wrong draft. I think this was the 2020 draft because he was in the year Joe Burrow came out.
Yeah, it would have been 2020 draft.
Yeah, let me see
Justin
here.
Jefferson, CD, Jalen Reagor.
Oh, okay. So
AJ Brown was he that?
It was
DK. When DK? No, that was
before. This was Henry Ruggs, Jerry Jeudy, Jalen Reagor, Justin Jefferson, Brandon Ayuk was in it.
This actually could be interesting.
CeeDee Lamb was in it.
First two are easy. Justin Jefferson.
T. Higgins, Michael Pittman.
Ooh, shit.
Let me see if I can get by position. Hold on.
I think there's more.
Yeah, there is more. So I'm trying to get it by position.
Claypool's in there.
Yeah. Okay.
You want to rank these?
Yeah, no, I'm just trying
to. In there?
I'm just trying to get all of them. I would probably say one Justin Jefferson, 2 CeeDee Lamb, 3 Brandon Ayuk, 4 Jerry Jeudy.
Did T. Higgins die?
Oh, I forgot T. Higgins. He didn't come up. He didn't come up in this. He didn't come up on the list.
Brandon Ayuk? What the fuck are we talking about?
He didn't come up on the list. I apologize. I apologize for that. 1 Justin Jefferson, 2 CeeDee Lamb, 3 T. Higgins, 4 Brandon Ayuk, 5.
I think Michael Pittman's better than Brandon Ayuk still personally.
5 Michael Pittman, 6 Jerry Jeudy, 7. I don't know about 7. This is,
Claypool, even though he's ass, falls off after
I
that
guess.
hard. It falls off hard
Yeah,
after
I
that.
guess.
It's not Rieger. It's not
KJ Hamler?
Chenault. It's not KJ Hamler. It's not
Van
Van
Jefferson's
Jefferson.
Van Jefferson's
It's
not
not
bad though.
Denzel Mims.
Van Jefferson's
Claypool's
not
better
bad
than
though.
Van Jefferson. I'm not saying
Yes.
Claypool's good, but he's better than Van Jefferson.
Quez Watkins, Donovan Peoples-Jones, that's your guy.
No, he's not my guy. I just
in Madden,
know he'd be so much fucking better if he didn't go to Michigan.
KJ Osborne was in that draft as well, by the way.
Like, Donovan Peoples-Jones is so fucking good at football, and it's a damn shame he went to Michigan because his career would be so much better if he didn't.
KJ Osborne apparently was also in this draft.
I think, strong wide receiver draft class. I think
it was a very good, it was a very good draft
class. To keep your eyes on there when it comes to all that stuff. Everett, while we're, on the subject of contract talk a little bit.
Oh, did Darnell go in this draft too?
While we're on the subject of some contract talk, Everett, according to Brad Spielberger from PFF,
yes, Brad
Danny
Spielberger
Dimes is asking for a 5-year, $200 million deal. Everett.
So we kind of talked about this in the last episode.
Kind of.
If he gets that contract, I think that Ed Donatel deserves like a 5% cut.
Yeah, 100%. If that happens, we need serious investigations. Now, there's no way Danny Dimes is going to sign a $200 million contract. Okay, that's not going to happen. But in an alternate universe where it does happen, I just want to go out and say that Danny Dimes' agent in this hypothetical universe would be the most goated man in the sports industry for pulling this off. Okay, if Danny Dimes is a $200 million man, we need to rethink the entire sports industry. Okay, we need to rethink the entire sports industry when it comes to contracts. If Danny Dimes gets 200 mil, okay. So
he'd be getting paid more than Kirk Cousins, by the way, if that happens.
That'd be 40 a year, Everett. That no. Daniel, what are we? Damn, Daniel, you think you're worth 40 mil?
Danny Dimes.
Daniel, you're smarter than that.
It's essentially like paying Ryan Tannehill $45 million.
Yeah.
Do you want to pay Ryan Tannehill $45 million? Because I certainly don't want to pay Ryan Tannehill $45 million. Which, by the way, I don't know what the fuck's going to happen to him this offseason, but I mean,
dude, a lot of teams are in some quarterback issues right now. So
yeah,
maybe we see some movers up.
Speaking of quarterbacks, though, by the way, Paxton Lynch became the first quarterback to ever get benched in every single football league.
No way.
He
got benched in the XFL.
He was benched in his debut game in the XFL. Paxton Lynch has now been benched in the NFL, CFL, XFL, and USFL. Let me check if he was ever benched in college football.
Though. Was he benched at Memphis? Was he? Please tell me he was. Please. Damn, it says he started all games in his college career.
He was never benched once.
He even started all 12 games as a true freshman or as a redshirt freshman. Yeah, never got benched. Damn, shit. Damn, that would have been great.
Yeah, that would have been great. But Paxton Lynch has been benched in the CFL, NFL, XFL, and USFL. Tough. John Elway drafted him in the first round.
Yeah,
I honestly don't even know how to respond. Like that, like how bad of a prospect, like that is like a 30 overall in Madden. Madden didn't go in the first round draft 30 overall in Madden.
He had all the intangibles: 6'6", 245 pounds, 4.8 40-yard dash, 67% completion percentage, 28 touchdowns, 4 picks.
A nice mustache too. He had a nice fucking mustache
all
too.
The intangibles.
Nice mustache too. The biggest thing that you missed though, he went to Memphis. As somebody who plays Memphis every year, that should have been a red flag.
Yeah. So I mean, Memphis. At least they're building up their basketball program right now.
They're not even in second place in the American right now.
Uh,
We are.
God damn it, Penny Hardaway. What the hell, bro? Anyway,
Anyways,
enough Memphis slander. Yeah,
no, there's never
that's
enough.
nuts though. God, Paxton.
I fucking hate their stadium. It's
Okay.
terrible.
Top 5 worst visiting stadiums for you in the ACC.
The AAC, I have not played in the ACC.
AAC, my bad.
I know we get
AAC,
confused. I know we get confused a lot. I know we get confused a lot. So the thing is, like, I have not traveled to every one of these stadiums because obviously
could you also like give a review of Alabama's practice facility? Because you were
I have gone to Alabama's practice facility. That might be.
Can we get a review?
that needs to be its own like thing. Like we have to save that for another episode.
I'll save that. I'll write that down.
Write it down and ask me. So I haven't gone to a couple of these stadiums yet. The worst ones that I've been to so far probably were Memphis and Tulsa. Tulsa's a pretty small program though, so I'm going to cut them some slack. Cincy was pretty nice. Houston was pretty nice, but it has like.
I hope Cincy was cool.
Cincy was really cool. The biggest issue though is like the way that their stadium set up is. Our locker room, you have to run diagonally across the field to get to the locker room. And so we run across diagonally, and they also have to run across diagonally to get to their locker rooms. Like, it's the weirdest thing. I don't know why they set it up like that, but
hey, maybe that's why Fickle jumped ship.
USF
make that run every week.
USF plays in Raymond James Stadium, the Buck Stadium, so I can't really crabbing on. The locker room, their locker rooms are terrible. The away locker rooms are terrible at Raymond James Stadium.
Now, do you think that could be on purpose? Like I've
seen it could be. It's just an old stadium though, but it could be.
Pictures of like some like Premier League soccer teams and the away locker rooms are just so fucking awful. Like
no, definitely like UCF.
So funny.
UCF, their locker room, the away locker room is directly underneath the student section, and they built the student section in a way where the bleachers give. So at halftime, they do jump. They do jump, like the song "Jump Around," like Everett. So they play that at halftime. So the whole time it's just like people just jumping. So you just hear people jumping the whole time at half.
It's kind of lit.
No, literally. But like overall, Memphis is probably the worst stadium I have been in by far. It is underground.
Do they have like blue all around?
Blue everything. Blue is everything. It's like the stadium is kind of underneath the ground, so it's built into the ground.
Bright blue too. Like
it's kind of dark, but the stadium's built into the ground, so it becomes a wind tunnel. When I was there, it was freezing cold. It's the last game of the year, so it's freezing cold. The locker room is down this giant like ramp, so it's hard to get our stuff back up. The locker room is just the training is outside. It's not good. But yeah, I don't know how much of that I'm actually allowed to say, but yeah. Anyways,
we can move on. We'll get the Alabama football facilities review in. I'm expecting one
last thing.
We walked in. We just found out the bathrooms themselves were worth $14 million.
I have used the bathroom in the same stall that Drew Brees has. Fun fact, though.
Tulane affiliated with him in New Orleans, or were you at the Saints?
We used the Saints practice facility for indoor training.
I would also assume though that Drew Brees might have popped over Tulane once or twice. I don't know.
I have not seen him. We see Arch Manning all the time though. Archie Manning all the time though.
Archie the dad, or
yes, Archie the dad.
Okay, all right.
The grandpa, I guess.
Big Arch.
Big Arch.
Okay. Oh wait, shit. The oldest brother's Cooper Manning. What the fuck am I saying? That's not even his name.
The last thing that I wanted to just say before I get to these offseason, unless you have something else. Rick Spielman, the old GM for the Vikings, recently came out and basically said that while NFL teams don't use mock drafts specifically like for their draft simulation, that kind of stuff. Like they don't really use it because they obviously have other stuff that we don't have access to. They do have full analyst teams go through every individual mock draft for the drafts for their teams to see where like different players could fall, like what the potential next pick could be. And they kind of correlate it and they use algorithms to kind of figure out how it would go. So your PFF mock draft, by the way, the 7 of them that you do when you just do some random shit, there's a possibility that some NFL teams are looking at that for potential on how the draft will fall. So, when you trade the number 1 pick for pennies on the dollar.
If you want that number 1 pick, I don't know which fan base really wants. I'm going to be honest. Tell me what you think real quick. Bryce Young, do you think he's going to be a stud or not? Because I know for fact that he is like 5'9". Like he's not 6 foot. And I think he's going to skip combine measurements and shit, all that. So that doesn't, like, he's going to skip all that shit. If I'm Bryce Young, I'm not showing up to the combine. I'm saying, watch my fucking tape, dog.
I personally think that he's going to be above average, but not a generational quarterback right now. My thing is, I could see him.
I think Bryce Young's really fucking good.
He is very good. The issue is if he can put on muscle mass and he can develop into an NFL quarterback. I'm not super concerned about his height. I am actually
genuinely concerned about one hit. Like it's more
the
so
frame. The frame is an issue. But the thing is, like, if you look at shorter quarterbacks, Drew Brees, Russell Wilson, both of which are the same height as Bryce Young, they were able to have great careers.
Russell Wilson's like hella stocky though, and Drew Brees like pocket passer-ish. It's just because Bryce Young's running around, it scares the living shit.
So if he can build some muscle, I think that he could be a good quarterback. If I'm sitting here and I'm the Texans, like I said before, I do not care. I'm sitting pat at the 2 pick. If I'm either going to get Bryce Young or I'm going to get Jalen Carter. I have a 12 pick. I'm going to get Devon Witherspoon or one of the other best corners. And if not, guess what? I'll go get like JSN or some shit. I really don't care. So
you have so many options with 2 and 12. Like, oh my God.
I personally, like, I think that it's kind of pointless to trade up from 1 to 2. Like, I think that's stupid. I think that's even 4 to 1. If I'm going 4 to 1, if I'm the Colts, I'm calling the Bears. I'm gonna be like, hey, like, we'll trade you for the number 1 pick, but we'll give you a 4th round pick, a 3rd round pick. Like, I'm not gonna go up or down 3 spots because realistically, to me, there's not much differential in value like in this draft for that.
Yeah, I do think like I actually have no idea who will be the number 1 pick.
It's really
I'm more so leaning towards it might just be Jalen Carter or Will Anderson 1. Like
I think that if it's I think that it will be either be Bryce or Jalen Carter. And that's my thing when I do these mock drafts, which I'll probably have to come out after the combine with. I'm not going to be doing it based on like what, like I'm not going to foresee a day of trade 5 minutes into the draft where the Bears just let another team get their pick. Like, I'm just going to go based off what players I think are going to go to what teams, because otherwise it's just not going to work. It's not going to make sense. So, and for anybody who thinks Will Levis is going to go 2, or if Nick Cesario is listening to this and you're thinking about getting Will Levis, and if you're thinking about getting Will Levis, if you want to get Will Levis, highly recommend trading back from that 2 pick, because that's a terrible idea to draft from at 2. Anyways,
I mean, the Will Levis. I kind of think it would be fucking hilarious if he just became a star in the NFL. I would just be like, you know what, fuck it, all right.
He's got great athletic attributes, but there's so much bad film on him. Like,
I'm kind of rooting for Will Levis now because I have been hating on him so much. Now I kind of think it'd be hilarious if he was actually good.
I think that if Malik Willis went in the 4th round, if Malik Willis went in the 4th round with all those intangibles, like,
what about AR-15?
AR-15 will get drafted in the first round, although I still think that he is a outside of the first round prospect.
I think there's a good chance that 4 quarterbacks could go in like top 15.
In my mind, Anthony
Good
Richardson
chance.
is the third best quarterback prospect in this draft.
I do think you could put it together with AR-15.
Yeah, you could. You have to be able to develop him,
I'm
but
more of a
yes,
fan
I
of
agree.
him than Levis.
I agree with that. I think
And also, tell me what you think of this. I always think of like, who's the next Mahomes, which is unfair. It's unfair to do it. But I'm more so, when it comes to quarterback, I'm more so looking at ceiling than floor. Other positions it could change. But for quarterback, I don't really give a shit if you can come in and learn an offense quick and run a quick game. No. Can you become Mahomes one day? Like that's what I'm looking for.
I don't think any of these quarterbacks are that. Anthony Richardson is a lot like a Lamar, Josh Allen hybrid. Will Levis to me is a little bit like, I could see there's a little bit of Josh Allen in him, definitely with arm strength and that kind of thing. But he's kind of reminds me of Mitch Trubisky.
Oh, don't throw the Mitch tag on him like that. Oh, Everett threw the Mitch tag.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Will. I would say Bryce Young did things that I literally remember saying to myself, like I couldn't even imagine how good Ohio
in my mind, by the way, in my mind,
CJ Stroud too. Just knowing what he could be, if it's Georgia, CJ Stroud, #1 player in the draft.
Yeah. Okay.
I just don't know.
All right, let's wrap up here with these off-season clips. We can talk about them a little bit too. I have 2 of them today: the Falcons and the Cowboys. Which one would you like to start with, Grant?
I want to start with the Falcons.
Okay. Falcons offseason wish list. Cut Marcus Mariota and Casey Hayward. Resign Isaiah Oliver, Rashawn Evans, Chuma Adoga, Lorenzo Carter, and Olamide Zaccheaus. Sign Jawan Taylor, DJ Chark, Baker Mayfield, Isaac Suimolau, and Jesse Bates III. Sui Malau. I think it's Isaac Sui Malau. So sign Jawan Taylor, DJ Chark, Baker Mayfield, Isaac Sui Malau. Whatever. It's fine. I don't care.
Falcons have crazy cap space right now. So the Jesse Bates move, they have the ammo to pull it off.
Yeah, the thing I know is going to be controversial in here is Baker Mayfield. I have them signing Baker Mayfield. Which interesting enough, Spotrack thinks that his.
Oh my God, I actually love Baker in Atlanta. Oh my God, I love it, Everett. I actually love that.
We'll Spotrack has Baker Mayfield being listed as about $6.5 million a year contract. For comparison, Taylor Heineke is 19 for expected.
That's crazy.
So I just think it's great value for a player that could end up being a starter. And if not, like, all right, you got Desmond Ridder in there. But I was going to put Lamar Jackson in here. I just really don't think that he's going to be available. And I know somebody's going to be like, well, why didn't you put Lamar Jackson in here? Because I'm also trying to be realistic. Like, I'm not going to put somebody in a wish list.
The Falcons have? Like, could they go get Stroud?
9, I think, 8, something like that. But I'm not gonna put somebody in here that like there's no chance of it happening. Like I'm trying to not get people's hopes up on top of that. Okay.
Now I think if the Falcons were to get Stroud and they sign Baker, I know Baker would try his hardest to sabotage CJ's life. Baker hates Ohio State more than anything. So I actually don't want that. I don't want CJ to the Falcons.
Good to know. I don't think he's gonna go there anyways. So I wouldn't worry about it. All right. Cowboys offseason wish list.
I'm actually surprised we didn't get more requests for this. I kind of expected to see more requests for the Cowboys.
I've seen a couple more when I actually went digging for it, to be fair.
By far the number one's the Steelers, and that's why I purposely didn't upload it today because I want them to wait.
Yeah, okay. Cowboys offseason wish list. Cut Ezekiel Elliott and Will Grier. Restructure Dak Prescott and DeMarcus Lawrence. sign Tony Pollard and Dalton Schultz. Sorry, re-sign Tony Pollard and Dalton Schultz, and sign Paris Campbell, Leighton Vander Esch, and Tanner Vallejo.
Leighton's a re-sign.
That's right, he is re-sign. Fuck it, scrap it, redo the whole thing. Fuck it. All right. Cowboys offseason wish list. Cut Ezekiel Elliott and Will Greer. Restructure Dak Prescott and DeMarcus Lawrence. Resign Tony Pollard, Dalton Schultz, and Leighton Vander Esch. And sign Paris Campbell and Tanner Vallejo.
The one thing I'm thinking of, Everett, if they restructure Dak, that means they're like committed, right?
They are
Like,
also
you cannot cut him.
They're -7. Well, I mean, I don't really know how it works. I'm not a fanatic on that, but they probably put in their eggs in that basket. The cap situation's a little weird with them. So I don't really know. Like, there's a lot of free agents that they have that I did not resign. The biggest thing though is getting rid of Zeke. Like, I don't like Zeke. I really don't right now. I think it's terrible. You're not going to be able to trade him. Dak and DeMarcus, like, overall, but the Cowboys really, they're either really big spenders or they don't spend at all. Like, they don't really get those big free agents. They trade in the draft, they get draft picks, but they don't get the big free agents. So the big thing is Tony Pollard and Dalton Schultz coming back. Those are the big wins. Paris Campbell tries to help them with wide receiver help. Tanner Vallejo is going to basically replace Anthony Barr on the outside. I honestly think that he's a pretty good player coming from the Cardinals. Basically did the same thing as Anthony Barr, just younger, and probably goes for the same amount, maybe a little bit less. I think that a lot of these players that they're going to need to get is going to come in the draft. They'll probably trade around, accumulate some picks. I think in the first round, they're probably going to try and get either going to get a corner or they're going to go and get a wide receiver to go help CeeDee Lamb, so that way they can pair CeeDee Lamb with somebody else. I could see Quentin Johnson going there. I know you and I are not huge fans of Quentin Johnson, but he could end up being there because they have a later pick.
I'd love to see it. Let's just do it right. Dallas, draft JSN. If not the Chargers, do it right. He's from Dallas. JSN has literally a Cowboy star tattoo on his shoulder. Like, he fucking loves the Cowboys. Do what's right. Draft JSN Cowboys. Come on. I am just looking at their team structure though, Everett. They got such a good window right now with Diggs, Micah, and CeeDee Lamb all on their rookie deals still. So like, this is your window. You got like, I can understand like if you want to move off Dak and don't think it's him, but I'm not sure if CJ is going to put you over the top with these guys. To
be honest, if it was up to me, they have so much money invested in positions and players that just like do not need it. I would probably start trading some players around, like DeMarcus Lawrence, great, but like I don't necessarily know how necessary he is to the vitality of that pass rush. Obviously, it was great this year. He had a rating of 89 on my checklist. So obviously great, but I don't know
you run analytics.
I have I can't reveal my sources, but I have a source that I get my analytics from, and it is not PFF because we all know that's bullshit.
No,
never PFF. It's never PFF.
Everett. What you just said was bullshit. You run your own analytics. You have a computer. You have
Waterboy Analytics.
Everett,
come on. But yeah, so
lie to the people. I know you have.
He's also 31
server database.
But anyway, that's really all I have. Like, Cowboys fans are going to probably be pissed off because they're always pissed off about something. But I just don't think that they have the room to get any big name free agents. Also, I don't like any big name free agents. Like, the bigger issue is like even the Falcons. I was thinking about them having Orlando Brown coming from the Chiefs over, but he is a left tackle and he's not going to switch positions. That's why he was traded from the Ravens. It's because he did not want to switch positions, and Ronnie Staley came back and forced him to move. So I don't know what team's gonna get him, but we'll end up seeing. So far, I have not had a single team go to sign him. I've just been very much passive, interestingly enough.
So are you saying you don't think he's good enough to be in the NFL for his value right now?
I'm not saying that at all. No. It's going to go to the Chiefs. He's probably going to go back to the Chiefs.
Okay. Thanks for that.
Yeah, don't worry. I mean, he could have gone to the Chargers, but I didn't do the research on the Chargers. You did, so I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, dude, the Chargers are a fucking mess, dude. We're fucking mess, dude. The team's an absolute joke right now. We're just trying to stay afloat, you know. Let's just run.
Just trying. We're just trying.
Let's
we're
just
not
trying. Run out of loss this.
If the Cowboys also can free up enough cap space, I could see them trading for Brandon Cooks. But there was not enough room when I was doing that. So Brandon Cooks, just while I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, I think if they were able to somehow get Jackson Smith and Jigba, like
Brandon Cooks is going to go to the Giants. Brandon Cooks is going to the Giants. Brandon Cooks is going to go to the Giants.
Okay. Cooks out to New York.
Yeah, he's going to the Giants.
Have that ammo. You think did you have Giants re-signing Saquon, or have you done Giants yet?
I have not done the Giants yet. The teams that we still have are the Ravens, Texans, Broncos, Cardinals, Colts, Chiefs, Giants, Rams. Fuck that. Jaguars.
Bro, we're not doing that.
Eagles, 49ers, Titans. I could do my own Chargers, but you've done that. And Bucks and Seahawks.
I kind of want to prove my point or my theory that people are expecting you to do these offseason wish lists. So could you literally say the exact same thing I did for the Chargers offseason, but just have it be your favorite? I swear it'll do more. I swear.
We'll see. But I don't know if you have anything left to say. That's about all that I had for today. We're trying to find things to get going on the football season. I don't want to bore the people, but that World Baseball Classic stuff, Everett, it is interesting to me. And I do think the Dominican Republic might have the greatest baseball team ever assembled in the history of the sport when I'm just looking at them top to bottom. Well, not the Yankees, Murders Row Yankees, but like top 3 all time. Like it's just Soto, Machado, Vladdy Jr. I'm blanking really fucking bad right now. I'm forgetting a really, really. Also, just an interesting note. It's unrelated to that, but
scary guys. They don't even have Tatis.
But funny enough, Tony Pollard. There might be a franchise tag put on Tony Pollard, so that's also a possibility. He'd be paid $10 million for that 1 year. With his contract extension that I put down for him, he'd be making $9.5 million. So it'd be cheaper to sign him to a 3-year deal, $9.5 million a year, than to sign him to a franchise tag. But
franchise
in comparison,
tag doesn't go to the cap.
But in comparison, just in general, like I'm just making like it's just a general monetary point. It would cost.
Jerry's that concerned with it, but I like. Hey,
it would cost
more.
Might
want to hire you because you are looking out for him. So
it would cost more to have Dalton Schultz franchise tag than to pay him his general contract. The bigger thing though is it's for that franchise tag that they would use on Tony Pollard. It would be one where they can actually take in other offers from other teams, and if Tony Pollard accepts a team's offer that's not the Cowboys tender to him, the franchise tag, the Cowboys will get 2 first-round picks for him.
Yeah, I don't know how these loopholes work.
Keep in mind, Saquon Barkley is going to be a free agent this year, and so is
Josh. And I think he also said, "I'm going to hit free agency. I'm not re-signing."
Yes, he did say that.
I'm going to take offers. So
yeah, he did say that.
Good for Saquon.
He's getting that bag. He's chasing the bag. With that, thank you guys so much for watching and listening. Rate us 5 stars. You can find us on TikTok, Twitter, and on YouTube at WaterboyPod. Our handles are right down below here. You can find us on Twitter there. But thank you guys for the continued support. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment, all that stuff. Share the podcast with your family. I really need to get some sleep. I have been up for a really long time. So thank you guys so much. And Waterboy's out.